Hi, hi, Tanny. Can you confirm that you can hear me? Can you confirm that you can hear my voice? Yes? Okay, awesome. How are you? How are you? How are you doing? I'm not sure if I should just start or if I should just like wait for people. See, that's weird. It says that there's, okay, so now there's 5 people in here. Hi, Citrine. I've been okay, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like and lie, okay? Do you guys feel like, and I don't want to say the world, but like the people in charge are trying to close in, make you feel closed in? Like, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there's been this like really weird push, like a really weird push to pass certain things. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's this acceleration about. Um, but you got to have your wits about you right now in this world. Yeah, I feel drained too. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know if it's like, it would be nice to know. Wouldn't it be nice to know what's going on? Like, why don't we have like body scanners by now? You know, you just show up, they scan you, and they tell you exactly what's wrong with you. There's no more like mystery or trying to figure it out for years. But yeah, I would like to know what's going on with me because I'm exhausted too. And I take really good vitamins. Like, I've searched for them. These are not vitamins that you would get at the drugstore, like like the local drugstore. These are, really, you have to seek them out. And I'm not sure. And I don't know if it's the weather, because like where I'm at, it's freezing. It's like minus 14. That's not fun. I don't have the sun. It's annoying. I'm really starting to realize actually as I get older how important the sun is. I never used to think twice about it before, but wow, it's really important. Please, if you are here, like the video. It does help me, okay? Does help me push the video out if you could like the video. And if you're kind of like here for the first time or don't know what's going on, these are paid readings, okay? They're personal paid readings. These are my, little ways of giving back, okay? My prices for my services are a lot higher, okay? So, I try to give a heads up through the community tab. I don't know if you saw it, but it's very hard for me to do a heads up with these types of, this type of content. As far as sleeping well, no, I wouldn't say it's kind of inconsistent. It's kind of inconsistent, and I don't know. I just feel like there's this push. Like, I don't know where you guys are at in the world, but are they trying to like bring um like the lab grown stuff? Like, they want to kind of remove like your natural meats, and they want to kind of start, and then they want to pass these things where, they don't have to tell you. There's no labeling. They don't want to label it. I don't know. That's to me like not right whatsoever. I mean, like, why? Like, isn't what happened to like informed consent? Um Amongst many other things that they're trying to pass. Now, if you are like not seeking out this information, you won't know about it. They will not broadcast it. So, but through finding out these things about what they're doing, I don't know, it can kind of like take its toll, because you're just like, is there ever any good news? That's kind of what you start to feel like. Is there anything like good, that's happening? But I don't personally feel also too like connected to this Christmas. I have never been a Christmas person, just want to put that out there. Like, not in the sense of how they sell it to you. But I don't know. I feel like that's going away too, especially because, people are starting to come out of the hypnotism of it all, like So you say it's Christmas, I have to go out and spend thousands of dollars. Why? People are trying to wake up to that. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. It's really interesting. Just an FYI as well. It says 25 Canadian. Just remember, if you are in a different currency, that may look less, that may look like more, okay? You just have to make sure on my receiving end that it is, you know, it is in Canadian dollars, okay? And PayPal is pretty good at helping you to figure that out. They have their own calculator there. You don't have to do it in your head, all right? Hold on here. Oh, we've got some people already. Okay. Whoa, what's going on here? Wait. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry about that. I was a little confused there for a second. It looks like I have one person. Tanny. If you want to get in, now would be the time because I'm the freshest, okay? You definitely don't want to get in at the end. Not that it won't be accurate reading, but you'll have to wait, you know, it gets busy. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Rael. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's becoming quite the SHIT show. So you definitely have to have your wits about you, your spirituality intact, and you know, your emotional. You know, you have to be emotionally grounded, spiritually grounded, or you're not going to get through these times. I'm telling you. I actually think a lot about what it's like for people who, you know, are not, don't know about any of this stuff, the stuff that we know. You know what I mean? Okay, let me just go to Tanny. His true feelings and intentions towards me. Okay, let's find out. Thank you to whoever is liking the video. I really appreciate it. Whoops. Let's bring forth the messages Tanny needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What are his true feelings and intentions towards her? And please, when you are booking a reading, try to stick around, okay? Try to be here. It's always going to be really good. Wow. These are interesting cards. Okay, so whatever the feelings are, they definitely are being hidden. So I'm not surprised if you are, you know, asking me because you literally do not know. There are feelings, there are feelings of connection, but I feel like the person's currently trying to sort out what they are. Like, what is this? What is this? I'm not sure why they need to sort out that. Like, I don't know if it's been a while for them or if the connection to you or the feeling for you is different than what they've felt before. Give me more. Yeah, I can see that here. There's a kindredness, and Six of Cups will always speak to past life. It will always. Is there a third party? But it doesn't have to even be that there's a third party. It could be a third energy. Like, and I know what that is, you know? You'll kind of wonder really a lot about what this energy is. Like, what is this? But are they taken or you taken, or is that the dilemma? Is there a dilemma of a third party? Would that make sense to you? Okay, Sophia, I see you for 2, just letting you know. We work together. That was going to be actually my next question because I see the Emperor here and I actually don't like the way he's looking at me. He looks to me like supervision, like he's supervising. And I don't know if that would also be considered the third energy. And if you are working together, that's not going to be the easiest. Listen, there is a magnetic attraction. I just don't think right now this person has any intention of disclosing it to you. And when it comes to like presence, physical presence, they will be extremely passive about it. So you will have to read between the lines. But the thing is that I think you are very in tune because you're showing up as a high priestess. So you feel it. You can feel it. You can feel there's something. You may not know what it is or like all the details about what it is, but there's something. And if this wasn't in the workplace, it could be that this would be experienced a little different. It would have been a little bit more open. I'm going to say something in the way of a prediction, okay? Don't hold me to it. I just feel like when I'm looking at this, I was like kind of teleported to like the action. And I feel like there's a possibility this person may ask you casually if you want to go for a drink. But listen, that may not be a drink. It could be anything. But it feels casual. It could be coffee. But there may be down the road, or it's that it's coming up here because they're thinking about it, asking you if you want to go for a drink. That's interesting. Give me more on that. It's a subtle way of expression. It's a subtle expression, subtle. It's like a olive branch, but not like in the way of like, you know, people say that for like forgiveness. This is something different. But I don't feel like when they ask for this or they ask this, they'll have much of a plan. So, listen, your person right now may be very passive because I feel like they're wanting to watch you, study you, but also the environment is there. Down the road, there may be this offer. The thing is, when I tap into their energy, I don't think they have a plan. So that could be coming your way. Hi, Liquid. Is that a Cabbage Patch doll on your profile? Those are my favorite dolls. The Cabbage Patch dolls were everything. I mean, maybe I can't see properly. It looks like a Cabbage Patch. Let me see if I can click on it. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Why does that sound like voodoo or something? Sounds like that. Let me just get one more from a different deck. Actually, my new deck. Why not my new dot? My new deck. Come on. I got new decks, guys. Let's get one card from here. I'm still going to pull one card from the other one. Oh, really? Okay, that's kind of wild because I don't know what that is, but when I look at the word, it feels like connected to that, maybe just indirectly. And you know how it is, right? The way they do things in this world, it's so indirect. You have no idea, right? More. So listen, I think there's a bit of fear here. We've got used, then discarded, thrown away, devalued, and emotional trash. I think this person is studying you. We have a King of Cups. A King of Cups is going to guard his emotions with his life. He's very afraid of rejection. When he was a Knight of Cups, he was too open about his affection. That got him burned. So then he became the King of Cups. So now when he has his cups, he's holding them for dear life because he doesn't want to be hurt. So that whole studying or watching, it's a playbook that he follows, but it's because he needs to test the waters. So he's watching you. That's what the feelings are. I'm watching you. I'm waiting. I'm studying. But don't be surprised, okay? Don't be surprised if there's an offer that comes forth. But if that offer does come forth to go for a drink, it will be made to seem very casual. Please also don't have much expectations, okay? Because there's no plan. I'm serious. It's like a winging. One more card from here. Let's see what happens. High Northern Lighting. Tanny, did you see that I went live on my other channel yesterday? Okay, so we've got wealth, luck, finances. Interesting, because you guys work together, right? Look what's on the bottom. Ice King, boss, entrepreneur, and detached. Ice King is the perfect representation of the King of Cups. But I feel like this is the third energy. The fact that we are working together. He doesn't want his money to be screwed up. And listen, I really want to say that I understand that. It's not easy in the workplace for a man, okay? Especially, the way, things have turned out. I'm not saying it's easy for women, but what I'm saying is I can understand a man wanting to be very careful in the workplace, okay? So to answer your question, Tanny, there are feelings, but I just feel like this is a wait and see approach and wanting to just really make sure of everything. But there could definitely be an offer coming down the line, okay? It's very casual, no plan, really, but thinking about it, okay? All right, let's move forward here. Hi, Chicha. Hope you're doing well. Please, my questions below. What to come for the year 2026? What do you see for me at my workshop place for 20? Okay. What do you see, or what does Sophia need to know about 2026? What's coming? And just bring up the most important things. But even if they are, very detailed, or even if they're very minute, she's open to hearing. I think something that I'm seeing already is connected to the second question. You said workshop. I don't know what you mean by that, but I just feel like there's going to be... Do you teach there? Would it make sense if you had followers or people who wanted to sign up for something? Because I see more followers, more people gathering around the workshop. And want to kind of join in. Does that make sense to you? Because I don't know what you mean by workshop. Oh, workplace. Okay, there you go. I help run courses. Literally with this card, I see people around the table symbolically interested in what you're doing and wanting to join. I see an elevation, okay? An elevation in career, but I also see you very busy, so much so that you're gonna have to navigate, okay? You're gonna have to really go over and beyond to strategize and navigate and be way more quicker. I don't know what your workload looks like, but I feel like the workload increases, so you're gonna have to be on your toes. They also want to reference a female in the family. some good news coming for the female, a female in the family. There's really positive news. Now you may be like, well, what the hell? What do I care? Like, that's not me. That's not my life. I can't help what comes out. There's a woman in the family. I'm trying to tap into her energy because what's so great about what she's sharing? Like, I'm going mentally in my mind through everything. Is it health? No. Is it work? Like, I'm just checking through it in my, I'm asking them. What is this with this woman? Oh, okay. She defeats something. That makes sense. Is there any woman, and let's not go too far down the line. I'm speaking to somebody in your immediate family. Is there a woman trying to defeat something? Like defeat something? Like you're gonna need to say it. I can't tell what it is. I don't know if it's like an ex-husband, a lawsuit. I don't know what this is. I just feel like, okay, I don't know. Like, I guess when this happens, you'll know. But the family is very happy. They're celebrating something for her. She's defeating something. I've got another awakening taking place too. I don't know how you feel about that. I know people don't really like to hear that. They're like, an awakening? Hell no. Yeah, sorry, I see it. It does catapult you forward into growth, like growth that you would not have been able to have otherwise. So it's kind of necessary, but it's going to help recalibrate you. So okay, I'm asking what you see, something that you weren't aware of before. Your eyes are open. You're looking at something with more awareness than you had before. That could actually be an excellent thing, because you know how people are always asking for more guidance? Well, you're going to be able to remove a layer of fog so that you can see clearly or clearer to get some sort of guidance on something. But you become like recalibrated in a way, like a leveling up, but it could come through an awakening. That's always a tough question to answer, Jalen. I literally stay until I get too tired. I've just started though. I've just started. So if you want to come back and like, I should be at least here for an hour. Give me more. Is there something with driving? You've got driver, but it's not just about driving. I just feel like you're in the driver's seat. Like there's more movement this year coming up than you've been able to have before. But would that make sense that there's something around driving? Like, are you getting a new car or something? Or what is this? Because that's very specific. I want to learn to drive. Can't get any more specific than that. Yeah, you can't get any more specific than that. I mean, look at the size of the deck. And you got that card. That's going to be something that I feel like, I mean, I would assume that if you could learn to drive, that would definitely advance you, because now you don't have to wait for other people to drive you, right? But I just think there's more movement as well too. More. Architect. So we've got creating, a weaver of blueprints. Just, take that symbolically. You will be in a managerial position, but you will be doing a lot more heavy work, okay? It says here design, and it says supervision. So there will be a lot more supervision required from you of others to do this to others or be in charge of others. But I'm telling you, this is going back to what I said with the magician. There's going to be more work placed on you. You're probably like, okay, does that mean more pay? I'm not hearing anything about pay. I just want to be very honest. I just feel like you're going to have to be extremely organized. You've got a busier work environment. Like it's getting busier. And I don't know what it is that you run, these courses that you run, but there is some sort of interesting moment in 2026 where you're going to see an influx of people wanting to come, and you're going to be like, it's busier than it was other years. Holy moly, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, another emphasis on work. Employee. Can I tell you another thing too, though? I think you may actually get some new employees because of how busy it's going to get. I feel like the fact that there's more than one person on this card, you've got people joining. There's a joining. Okay, no problem, Jalen. No problem. I think there's more people. Worker service consultation. More. Okay, that's also kind of interesting that you got the chef, because he has to be able to, like, what does a chef do? Think about it. They are very, you know, one skill is that multitasking. Everything has to be ready at the same time. I'm telling you, you're ready for a bigger role. Okay? With the chef. It says proficiency and seasoning. You're starting to move into a new bracket or a new, like, I feel like I got eyes on you. She's ready for more. That's interesting. I wonder if I should draw. Okay, does this come with more money? Yes. But look, it's a time to shine. It's a time to shine. You're going to know it's your moment. But you know what I love about the sun is that you're right in your element. I don't feel a stress around this. I think you're capable, but I think you're also ready. Now, I'm just curious. Do you want to know anything about love? Are you interested at all in that before I start drawing? Because I don't know why I'm feeling guided to ask you if you want to know about love. Okay. All right. All right. Does she need to know anything about love? Or is there anything that needs to be brought to her awareness in 2026 regarding love? Oh, Sophia, I'm sorry. There's no time for that this year. There's no time for that. There won't be any time for that. You're going to be building up, I don't know, like there's this abundance that's trying to reach you. You can't be distracted. Yeah, I thought so. You're funny. Yeah, like I'm sorry. It's all about you and your career this year. And it's not that there won't be opportunity. I just feel like with these two cards, I mean, like, let's be real. Look at them. Do these two individuals look like they have any energy? like seriously. You're too tired. You've got no energy for this. There's no energy. It's not even about the fact that there won't be offers. Like there could be, but it's not enough to talk about it in a reading. It's not like, it's not strong, potent enough to say that there's anything going to be happening. Bear with me here. Since there's so much coming through with career, let me just draw a couple cards from this new deck. Let's find out. I guess we got to stay career backed here, career orientated. What does she need to know about her career? Or, you know, the abundance that she's going to be creating, this self-independent, you know, sovereign, leveling up career-wise. What does she need to know? Clout chaser, doing anything for attention, fame hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. Bear with me. More. side hustle, multiple incomes, extra earnings, financial security, always on my grind. Absolutely, definitely. Last one, unbothered. Peace despite chaos, calm attitude, detachment from negativity, not my drama. So they want you to be aware that there's going to be a lot of, with this chaos coming into the workplace, which I think is good because listen, a workplace can't function unless there's profit. There's going to be, aside from the work, it could be related to the work, it may not be, a lot of drama. There's going to be a lot of people trying to clout chase. And I think I know why this is, because they're telling me people are actually really starting to get worried in the workplace about, how do I say this? Their value, okay? Their value. So you're gonna see a lot of people acting really strange, and you are being advised that in the workplace, stay out of it. I don't know if you tend to be a mediator, stay out of it. See how she looks? She's like, I'm not in my, not, hold on, liquid, I'm gonna get there. I haven't checked. You see how she's just like, not my drama, not today, okay? This is really good. This is really good. Extra income. But listen, you may be taking a little bit of the work home too. But can I tell you another thing? This may also be a year where you may figure out how to have a side hustle aside from your workplace. That could be sound very strange to you because you're like, I got no clue. Don't be surprised if something comes up, and you know, it can sound very weird right now, but there is a potential for a side hustle. You're making money this year. You're making a lot of money this year in 2026. This is your year. Okay, so revel in it, but keep distractions at bay. Just go there, do what you got to do, and get out. But also use this limelight to shine. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you. Hello. I see you with a lot of money. A lot, like you're abundant. You're abundant in 2026. Like you're not going to be even speaking like that. I need. You won't need. You'll just be doing it. You'll have the money to do it. You won't be talking like this in 2026. There will not be a lack of, no. Okay, I'm just going over to check. Oh, they signed me out. Hold on, guys. I'm just checking over there. Okay, I've got Aurora. That's who I'm going to now. Then Gillian, I believe it's Gillian. And then Sue Young. Okay. Hi Chitra, it's Aurora, Northern Lights on YouTube. I would like a reading on if specializing in psychiatry and family medicine combined is a good fit. Okay, no problem. You're welcome, Sophia. Is specializing in psychiatry and family medicine combined a good fit for her? Talk to us about it. Like, should I just stop? Should I just stop? You know, it's kind of interesting. I felt this drop in my heart when I drew this card, and then I heard you figured it out. You figured it out. I kind of remember you. Like, I know you booked me. I remember you booked me, I think a couple of weeks ago. I just felt like there was this feeling like, bingo, you figured it out. I mean, oh, wow. Did you just say family medicine? Hold on. Did you just say family medicine? Wait. That's family. That's the family. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm curious. Did your higher self speak to you? Or were you listening to your, like, did something happen since you last booked me? Like, did you meditate on this? Hi, Ray. How are you? That was the best thing you could have done. And that's what I was trying to tell you to do. I was like, you can do this. That's also wild because that's the card of moving out of troubled waters. This was very troubling. You know, you really had no clue. I just feel like so happy for you. And it's more about the fact that you've, you know, come to the conclusion, or you figured it out, or things are moving, you know? I'm going to say that I'm giving my stamp of approval that this is an absolute yes. I mean, are you kidding me? This is the path. This is the path, the very tangible path. Okay. I'm not saying things won't be hard. I'm not saying things won't, you know, take time, but yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm looking at this little guy on the sun card. There's something interesting about this. Like, what, I feel like they're trying to show me something in this card about this. Just hold on, bear with me here. Can I ask, like, do you have children? Do you have children? Thank you to everybody who's liking the video. I really appreciate it. No? Okay. Then it's not yours. There's something coming through about the children. Like under 12 and over 12. Under 12 and those that are over 12. And I would consider a 16-year-old a child. That's just me. But I've got like little ones and teenagers. Are those the age groups that you would be helping? Is that the age group that you would be helping? No? Okay. I don't know. There's something here coming through. I never back down from what they're showing me. I may not be able to figure it out. I may not be able to figure it out in the moment. It could come or arise after. Something could happen to you and you'd be like, oh, that's what she's talking about. Give me one card on this whole thing, this whole pathway that she has figured out. Pain disguised as passion, addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. Would you be helping them? Does that make sense? I'm very, like, I don't know why, but I'm looking at this thorn going up this guy's arm. Like, are these people with attachments or addictive patterns? And then this is interesting. CEO energy, taking control, natural leadership, confidence in business. I'm the boss. That's also interesting because this talks about growing and maybe potentially sitting in a very big chair. Okay. A very big chair. And I don't mean like a big chair. I mean like you're kind of like in a state or a place of authority. Um, you have the potential to move all the way to the top. Um, I think, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But I think this is going to, whatever you're getting into, there will be a lot of people helped. But you know what? I think I know what I'm seeing here with these two cards. This is like a run towards, because you see the energy of him moving towards, and then even this little guy coming towards. But I also feel like this is also natural, because these two cards will also indicate natural abilities. So, because they're effortlessly like this. When you have a Knight of Wands, this is his charm, this is his energy, effortlessly. Same with the Sun. It speaks to energy, but it speaks to your authentic self. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I think you know that too. I think you just wanted validation, and that's okay. But I think something happened when you put these two and two together. Something happened to you. You felt something in your body. And I don't know if it was a relief, or if it was like a weight off your chest, or it was like something hit home. And guys, pay attention to that when you're making decisions. Your body can sometimes tell you, you'll just feel this different feeling. It won't be like what it's been, or the confusion, or all these things. I think you're on the money here. And when I say on the money, on the mark. Absolutely. I'm giving my stamp of approval. Okay. I'm going to Jillian or Gillian, then Sue Young, then Ray for two, and then Sophia. Hi, Chitra. I would like to ask what is coming for me in the next 6 months. Please let me know what I need to know or do. Okay, let's find out. What's going to be happening that she can be aware of? Listen, you're not going to get everything, okay? Spirit's not going to ruin it for you. Some things need to be experienced as a surprise, but I'll try to see what I can get here. What's coming in the next 6 months for Jillian? I feel like there is a moment. I want to just make sure if this is happening right now. Have you felt lately like, has there been a situation where you felt like defeated? Has something happened and you feel defeated? Like you feel defeated? Has someone come at you? Or is there a situation that's happening right now where you feel like you can't get some sort of control over? Just clarify that for me so that I don't know that this is coming, and maybe it's already something you're experiencing. Yes, I have a little conflict at home. You are being asked to stand your ground, but there's also another message coming out. This is actually working in your favor. It's not going to look like that right now, but would it make sense if I said to you, not sure if it's linear? What are you speaking of? Are you saying something paranormal is going on? Because I just feel like there's this decision coming up and it's, should I stay or should I go? I keep hearing that. Should I stay or should I go? Are you contemplating some sort of movement or choice? I see here the loss of the grandfather. I see that here. But I just feel like something is being used as a catalyst to move you onto a different path. And it's a catalyst. It feels like a catalyst. It's like something happens over here that shifts me and moves me over here. Okay. Do you consider the choice a little risky? Like it's not easy for you to make? Does it feel like that? Okay, because that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing here. I'm sorry. It says here you need to go. And I don't know what the circumstances around this is, why you need to go, but it may not even be that it's bad. It could just be that you're moving into like your new timeline. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. This is an opportunity. I don't know if this decision is feeling negative, but they're showing it to me as this is like, tell her she doesn't have to worry about anything. This is positive. She won't know that or understand that now, but she will in the future. She will see how all the dots were connecting. They all connected dot by dot by dot. And it all led up to this moment. Wow. I'm just looking around to see if there's, okay, they want me to pull a card here from this deck. Guys, I never pull out my decks ahead of time. I always go with what Spirit, I have them right in front of me, but Spirit tells me what to pull from. Give me more on this. I think in 2026, you're about to move on to your best timeline ever. It's just to get you there. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to feel that. And listen, I don't think you're totally opposed to change. I'm not feeling like it's that erratic, but I can understand it's a little uncomfortable. You know, I would say the unknown is always going to be uncomfortable, isn't it? Like, I mean, yeah, even with the person who's the most spontaneous, you know, there's always that little, like, I don't know where I'm headed, you know? Give me more for her. What does she need to know? Does that make sense to you? You don't need them? Does that make sense to you? You don't need them. Hi, Anne. This is not a super chat situation here. I don't do super chat or super thank you. I don't know if that's what you're even asking about. If you want to know how this works, you have to go to the description video, okay? The description of this video. Okay. You're speaking very cryptic to me, which I love, Jillian. I actually like to work for my money. I don't like to know too much, okay? But if you understand that, that's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. They want you to know. Does that make sense? That was on the bottom. Does that make sense? That was on the bottom. I mean, I don't know. They told me to look, they told me to show it to you. So, I don't know. I don't know if that also makes sense. It may not. And don't worry about if it's not a guy. Okay, it could just be energetically the environment that you're in, but maybe that means something to you. I'm not sure. I'm gonna wait till you respond. Does that make sense? Okay, I think I've lost you. Anyways, so that's kind of what I feel guided to. That feels what guided to say about that is that, you know, very monumental moment for you. Very monumental for you. A very big change. They're showing me the train tracks, you know, and then it's like you go that way. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. I'm reading what you're writing, but you're gonna be literally get put on. This is when the universe creates a way for you to move. If you, as the soul, don't feel like you're able to get it going yourself, then spirit will come in and move you accordingly. But I do feel like something was used as a catalyst to start this change. And you need to know you're moving to your best timeline, a better timeline than you've been on. So don't fear anything. Okay? Don't fear anything. Okay, I'm going to Sue Young, then Ray for 2, and then Sophia. So if you want to get in, you would be after that. What's happening in your love life? You're welcome. What's happening in Sue Young's love life? What do you want her to know? Wow, a lot of you are getting this 9 of Pentacles. Amazing. I see an issue here. You're having issues finding people who are aligned. Have you been waiting for a while? Have you been waiting for a while for someone to come through? Has there not been any opportunity? Has there not been any opportunity, Sue Young? I feel like this is a frequency imbalance. You could be like, you know, no one's kind of been up to par. And it's not even to say that you're better than them. It's just nothing's resonating. Like, even if there is opportunity, it's just not resonating. There's been nobody. Do you want to know why, though? You coming through with the 9 of Pentacles, you're a pretty big deal. You're a pretty big deal. Okay? I feel like, you know, it's going to probably take, you know, some effort, some time, some patience, which I know, I understand you've already had. I just feel like I'm hearing picky, picky, picky. And it's not that you're picky, it's that your guides are picky. The frequency around you is more picky. There's a criteria. And no one is up to par. No one's up to par. You are in the process with the Page of Swords, though, of learning something. And I really do think it's about what you prefer, what you don't prefer. You're in the choosing state. No one's choosing you. You're choosing them. And you are being encouraged to keep, you know, keep at this. I don't know if you've been a lot more selective. They want you to keep doing that. They really want you to keep doing that. Not settling. I do see a wish, a wanting with the 9 of Cups. You're being saved for the one. Whoever comes into your life next, and I mean like whoever stays, that's the one. But this is also a promise. And I feel like you are making a promise to yourself. You've made a promise to yourself. Oh, that's what's going on here. Whether you are consciously aware of this or not, you have made a promise to yourself. And I see what you wrote. Maybe it's about that. Do you understand now? You've put something energetically into place where that, you know, if someone does come, it's just going to be the one. There's not going to be like partners here, partners there for like 4 or 5 years or a year. It's the one. There is somebody who's making their way to you. Give me more on this person. Huh. They're at a crossroads right now in their life. They have to make one more decision and then they meet you. They're going through something right now, very big. And they're not showing me what it is, but when I see the judgment, it's massive. It could be a transformation. It could be, honestly, anything. Honestly, anything that, you know, anybody would say to them is a big deal. One more move that needs to be made on their end, something of a decision or a choice, and then they meet you. You need to continue on this path. I really, in these cards, I would advise not even bother to talk, or I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you are talking over the phone. I don't know if you're messaging. I don't know if you're going on dates here and there. I really wouldn't do anything until you feel it, because with this person, you'll have a knowing. It will be at first glance that there's something very special about this one. I really wouldn't waste my time with anybody else. Time frame. Give me a time frame on this. This is months away. Months. Less than a year, but not more than a year. Give me more. That's wild. I literally just said, do not pin yourself down or engage in anything until it's literally right there waiting for you. I can't believe we got this card. You see that promise you've made to yourself? It's kind of interesting. You got the 2 rings here and you got the ring on the card. The next one that you are to be with, that is the one. And when I say the one, I mean the one that you will be moving forward with in a more serious way, okay? Like a marriage, these types of things. There is an offer coming to you, and it's interesting because on their end, they're going to really like your standards. They're going to really like the way you've been. They're going to like your mentality. I'm not saying that's been their mentality, but they'll take you seriously, okay? It's going to be really your values and the way you think and your mindset that's going to make them really attracted to you. So you need to stay, okay, what you need to be told. You're asking me about love. The main message is here to stay the course. Stay the course and feel good about it. So if you're going to do it, be excited about it. Be like, this is what I believe and I feel happy about it. I feel great about it. Don't start getting into like, oh man, is this really, you know, no, I don't think it's someone from the past. Sorry, I don't. I don't want you to be acting like this or, you know, in this mindset and then kind of like, oh man, is this really working for me? Maybe I'm the cause. Maybe the way that I've been moving, it's not working for me. Maybe I should stop. No, I don't even think you would have that thought if you weren't supposed to have that thought. We have to start having faith in our beliefs. Why would you just start thinking that you need to do that? Why? Why you and not the next person? It's because you're being guided to, okay? This is not, you're not here to kind of waste any more time. This is what you want. This is what you get. But I do think that promise that you made to yourself sealed the deal somehow by way of making this come towards you. Do you understand? This is like the real test of like, you know how like when you're doing something and you know you put like I can't even think of what I'm trying to say, like the words, like it's an offering. It's an offering. Okay? I want this. I'm going to offer this. That is what is making this come into fruition. You're on the right track. Stay the course. Okay? Kind of wild you got this card. I can't believe it. You know, I really can't believe it. But I can believe it because my cards are amazing. Yes, I felt a voice telling me to be celibate and I have no idea why. I just need something. That's your higher self. That's how I used to talk about it too. Before I knew any of this stuff, like, what was it? Almost 20 years ago? I used to say that same thing. I heard a voice. Then I realized, oh, that's my higher self. See what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to Ray. Chicha, loving these past life readings. Okay, past life with Sam. He ran from the connection a while ago. Let's find out. Let's look at Ray's past life with Sam. And, you know, she may have had many. So just bring forth the one, you know, that she needs to hear about today. What was the past life that needs to be brought forth to her today? Oh my God. Oh man, I'm so shocked by this because, you know, I started to pick up on the story. I started to see a story forming when I saw this card. That just sealed it for me. Okay, bear with me. Someone was a prisoner. Someone was taken by force. I haven't figured out yet if it was you or him. There's a prisoner scenario, and I feel like someone frees someone, or there's like this information, or like a devised plan. OMG. 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 All the chains. All the chains. I don't think in this life this person was ready for you, just like I don't think they were ready in this life. I think you may have helped this man free himself. I see some sort of scenario. And when I saw the tower, I felt like it was, you know, in those days with the castles, and they used to keep the prisoners in the basement. It's something like that. Now, who are you in that life that you have the ability to help this person escape. I actually think, though, I'm sensing a healer, like you used to walk that tower. I feel like you're used for something. And I know this is going to sound really funny, but you have a gift. You're like, you know how these people in power, they have their astrologers and their psychics and stuff, or I don't know, maybe even a healer. You know, you've got your little like potions. If it's not that, see, it can't be religious. It can't be religious, or could it? Could it be that you're a part of like religion? You come from totally different backgrounds. You are like regarded as a saint in the sense of like prestige and all-knowing. And then this person is like in that lifetime, one of the worst criminals. No, sorry. They told me to take that back. Not one of the worst criminals. This is like a thief or something along those lines, but I don't actually blame them because this looks like hard times. This looks like it comes from an era where people don't have a choice. It's like, I'm starving. I don't feel like you're a part of the family that lives in this tower. I feel like you are used for something. Like we need this woman in our corner to know about the future or something along those lines. Like you're an advisor, but you see this man, he's a man, he's a man. You're a woman in that life, he's a man. And you feel almost like responsible for him. I think you like him, but I'm not going to go all out and say that I feel like there's this like deep romance and oh my goodness, he's so hot. It's more like you in that life feel like you're responsible for them. Like it's, okay. They're showing it to me like my brother, my son, you know, like in that way, like very maternal, but they're not it's not like that. I'm just trying to explain myself. Hi, Jalen. Yes, I am. What's for lunch, Jalen? I don't think in that lifetime anybody ever finds out that it's you, but this is very brief. Oh, really? Wow. I won't remember that. It's the energy is not like, it's not palpable with this guy. We'll have to see with the other guy. Oh, okay. We'll have to see what it's like with the other guy, but it doesn't feel like you get to experience much for him. But can I be honest, in this lifetime, the connection is there, but you would not have had much in common. I don't even think that whatever you believe in this life, they would have believed in it, you know, and they've got this mentality or way about them. I don't sense on their end in this life, this wanting to be better. I'm going to say another thing. I think you, even though you freed this person or helped them escape, they just went and did the same thing again and again and again. I don't even think it was that they looked at it like an opportunity to be better. You know what I mean? Wow. Give me more. Broken trust, lies, cheating, and promises shattered. I think this is very symbolic to what I've been picking up on as far as the energy of the scenario. What did I just say? I feel like you helped him escape. I think you literally put yourself out there and broke trust with the people that you're employed by to do this. But there was never a thank you note. There was never a thank you note. There was never like anything reciprocated. And I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that would look like in that life. I don't know. I see this man's head somewhere else. Like it's not even in a gratefulness. There's no gratefulness. But you really put yourself out there. Like you put yourself on the chopping block, seriously, to do this. Can't move on, stuck loop, missing them, and no closure. Well, yeah, absolutely. Like, what kind of closure would you have in that life if you just helped them escape and then they took off and you never saw them again, right? I don't think they ever came back, but it's kind of interesting because this is a karmic entanglement, especially with the stuck loop. We're in a loop. And that to me is always karmic entanglement. I'm going to tell you something, though. You're more stuck on it than they were. They ever were. And I'm speaking to their soul. So this affects you more than anything than them. And there is something I feel like with the devil not right here. And if I try to tap into what that is, it's them. It's the whole vibe on this. Like you're doing something for somebody who literally doesn't deserve it. That's kind of how I feel. And I don't want to talk about people like that. Like, who am I to say someone doesn't deserve it? But it's their personality. Like, I do not know what attracted you to them in this life. Because to me, the way that I'm being shown them, like, ew, gross. Like, in the sense of, like, just the mentality. And I'm getting, like, that manipulative vibe just to get what I want. Like, I'll do that. I have no holds bar. I have no morale. So that's going to look gross to me. But again, I don't want to judge them. But that's kind of what I'm picking up on. That's what I see with this. Wow. Okay, let's move on to the other guy. Yeah, you're right. I do love past life readings. They're very fun. Very fun, very interesting. Let's move forward here. Rudy, don't know him well. Wants to get to know me better. I feel a strong connection already. Not necessarily romantic, so curious what a past life with him. Okay, show me, even though she may have had many, with Rudy, a past life that she needs to be aware of today. What does she need to know or be shown today by way of a past life with Rudy? Give me more on that Nine of Pentacles. In this life, I feel like they were a potential, but you had your eyes on someone else. You had your eyes on someone else. They came in at a very weird time when you were already in love with another person. And they are presented to you as a choice, but you're like, I don't know. It's not instant for me in this life. I see you in love with someone else, and you're kind of waiting on that other person that you're in love with while this person shows up. By the time you're truly disappointed by the other person, that's why you decide that you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll give this one a shot, but I feel like it's too late. Also, the energy is not palpable here. These are not very, I can't sit here and say that I feel like you were married to anybody in these lives. These feel very brief. These connections feel extremely brief. Yes, Jalen, I see. But you know what? I don't blame you because see, you're a woman, and in this life, you're a woman. You're a woman of passion. You're a woman of like instant connection. And I just feel like maybe you're a little too similar, or there's just not enough zest in this connection or spice. But you're more of a woman, you go with your heart. Like you want someone to activate your heart. And I don't feel that with this person. I do feel like this person presents an offer to you, chases you for a bit, tries to court you, but decide that, I think you tell them to in this lifetime that you're just not, you're not interested. You're too kind of distraught about someone else. But by the time this other person that you like kind of, I don't know, disappoints you somehow, you kind of say, hey, let me give the other guy a shot, which is this guy, Rudy. But by that time, he's already gone. He's already made a decision on someone else. And it's interesting because it feels like it's from a time period where there was no such thing as dating. It was really like strong in the sense where it's like, I liked you. And then it's like, I was proposing an offer of marriage. So it would have felt very final. So I kind of understand you hesitating because, I mean, can you imagine, guys, like those eras where it was so fast? I don't know. That's kind of like, you need to know somebody. I feel like we need to know somebody. I don't know. Your desires are elsewhere. Kind of echoes in this life. I think he might be interested in me, but I'm not interested in dating. Yeah, I don't know. There's something that feels way too comfortable, or, you could be looking for something elevated that pushes you to grow. This feels a little too cozy in the sense that I feel like energetically you would get bored. You'd get bored. There's not enough spice. There's just not enough spice. It's kind of interesting. I feel more spice with the previous guy in that past life than this one. Give me more on this. Yeah. That is going to be energetically boring if you are ready to go to the next level. I can tell you that myself. You do, once you are working on an ascension or you're going through ascension, you will outgrow soulmates. It will be too boring. You'll need something stronger. So it was a soulmate, but I don't know. You're a very advanced woman in this past life. You want something bolder, okay? You're just too similar. See the other one, whoever this other one is that was over here, the Page of Wands, he's more exciting. There's more adventure. There's more something. And in this life, you were a woman. You didn't go with the whole, like, what looks good on paper. You wanted something that was going to, like, thrill you and wow you. And this guy was just not it. You would have been okay together. It's not like he would have been a bad guy to you. It's just you would have been bored. And there's also this feeling in that life of not wanting to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be tied down. I want adventure. So I don't think even in that life, you may have ever gotten married. You were more about an experience than anything. That may have not been the time period that you would have fit in with, all this settling down bullshit, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. kind of funny. This was on the bottom. Fun times. That's what you were about in that life. Fun times. You wanted to have fun. You want an adventure, and a page will do that. A page will do that. I mean, look at this guy. This guy is the most exciting. He's dressed in the most exciting, boldest way I've ever seen a person dress in this time period. If you paid by Super Chat, you'd have to pay double. That's why I don't do it, because they take so much. So if you want to pay by Super Chat, then you're looking at 50 Canadian dollars. That's up to you. Or 50 US. I don't know where you're from. Like, tell me where you're from, and then you just, you know, I'll just have to, you know, or you can do it. I don't know. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to Sophia and then Jalen. I'm starting my second year at uni in January. Could you please look at my experience with the classmates and studies? Okay. What does Sophia need to know about next semester at university? There's your university. There's you, the student. That's hilarious. That is really quite hilarious. You're doing really good next semester. Wow. Next semester, you're kind of unstoppable. Would next semester be considered a tougher semester? I'm just curious. Would it be considered very tough? Oh, thank you, Olivia. Yeah, more work. Okay, Portugal. Let me see here. Let me just see. Portugal currency to Canadian. I'm telling you, when I tell you, you're probably not going to want to do it. Let's see here. You'd have to send $31. Wait, Portugal use the euro? You guys use a euro? I didn't know that. I thought you had like your own currency. You'd have to send oh my God. $31 in your currency. Okay. Back to Sophia. Hold on here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because they take 40%. You know, that's why. I see you unstoppable next year. Like, it doesn't matter what's thrown at you. You're unstoppable. You just need to know that. I mean, you did ask about that. You asked about studies. This is not a semester where I feel like you will be focused on classmates. I actually don't see classmates showing up here. I see you laser focused. If there was any kind of like drama, I don't see it here. Let me see if I can pull from another deck. Now that's interesting, because it's also very symbolic of the Two of Swords. We've got the card of dismissive. I don't see any opinion coming forth from the classmates. It's not even like what Spirit wants to talk about, Sophia. There's nothing I can do. I pulled from another card. I mean, another deck. Let me just, okay, give it one last shot and go over here. They want to talk more about your studies, that, you know, you're going to be making some impressive moves, or, you know, it will be hard, but you'll have victory over it. So you may be surprised, like, wow, when it wasn't even this hard, I was struggling. Now it's hard, harder, and I'm doing really well. Wow, this is amazing. Wow. Okay, listen. I've got a soul contract coming in. A soul contract will be coming in next semester. And that person on the card is drawing a heart. So this is positive. You've got a fated connection, a karmic relationship, or a spiritual agreement destined to meet. So someone very important is going to be coming into your life next semester. I need more on this. What's this about? What will they be learning? Or what will she be learning? What's the point of this soul contract? Okay, so here we have the classmates. Here we are. Here they are. I've got some real nice friendships forming. I got a bunch of girls in a like circle with their cups of Patron in there. Yeah, I got new friends. But you see how they all have their cups up like in unison? It's like almost symbolic to have been of what agreeing to meet at this particular time. But this feels very friendly to me. I feel negative, as in like, okay, they're gonna backstab you. No. I think with this card too, this could really point to just, you know, me telling you, you know, keep your head up, do what you got to do. Don't worry about it too much. Just let it, you know, unfold. So yeah, studies are good. It is harder. It's tougher. But I feel like you tackle it in a way that is very impressive to you. You've never seen yourself move this way. And then there's some friendships, but I feel like this is positive. Like I literally see sleepovers. I'm not saying you're going to have a sleepover, but I see a bunch of girls in a circle, like laughing. They got masks on their face. That's giving me symbolically that this is like friendly. This is friendly. So I don't know what more you could ask for. Give me one card from here. Painter, depict, sublimate, abstraction, form, and sensation. This really feels like he's co-creating, or he's in a real flow state. You're going to be in a flow state next semester. And I'm telling you, whatever you paint, I'm being symbolic here. Whatever life you create or whatever you're tackling, you will be impressed by. So pick up the paintbrush and paint your wildest dreams. That's kind of what they're saying. Strive, like be, how do I say this? Dream big. Don't play it small. Paint your biggest picture or your most nicest picture. Go all out. Okay. Next semester is, it's interesting. It's impressive. Okay, I'm on jail, and if anybody wants to get in, you would be next. What do my spirit guides think of the music I've made so far? What do Jalen's spirit guides think of the music he's made so far? Bold. Bold. Very bold. And how beautiful, because I know you're a Leo. Right? How bold. I mean, how beautiful that we get bold and the beautiful. Bold and the beautiful. That we get the strength card. There's something in the melody I don't think you're even aware of that is actually, I see this being woven together spiritually, energetically, like a melody that actually is energetically putting you in a forward state. That I am being shown, I may not be able to scientifically be able to explain that, but wow, that's pretty big. Livia, these are paid readings. So they're not free readings, they're paid readings. If you want to get in on it, just look at the description box. Give me more. Okay, I'm going to tell you another thing. This may sound wild. Okay, look, this is beautiful. Okay, this is a part of your intense shadow work. And I'm speaking not just to what you're creating, I'm speaking to working with music. Know that it's not for everybody. Not for everybody. I'm going to tell you something that's going to sound really wild, okay? What if I actually told you that there's something in the frequency of this music that you're creating that's actually keeping the devil at bay? And I'm not saying that the devil's been after you, but I'm using it symbolically to say negative out, positive in. Do you get it? Are you there? Do you get it? I don't do little spreads for anybody. This is paid readings, okay? Please go to the description box and you'll see how this works. Okay, you're here. This is literally equivalent to when you are smudging. You know when you're smudging sage? There's something here, like I don't think you've just been guided to do this for no reason. You are being advised to keep this your little secret for a while, or if it's not that, make sure that you're not openly sharing this with other people. Now, that's going to really depend on you. If you don't care if they laugh behind your back, then don't worry about it. But I have this caution because actually what you may be doing, someone may steal. Someone may literally want to steal what you're doing. But Jalen, look at this. I'm not saying this will happen instantly, but you are asking about your spirit guides. Do you think you could ask about what I thought about it, or the tarot? You're specifically asking about your guides. This is their way of literally planting a seed inside your head so that you can become more resourceful, just like the other stuff that you're doing. Do you understand that you are building yourself up in a way that is going to be really what is needed for the future? Because if you are out here thinking that you're just your 9 to 5 or your job that you go to is going to cut it, it's not. I don't want to scare anybody, but I cannot sit here and just play it paint a pretty picture. Everyone right now needs to really be figuring out how they can be the most resourceful. I don't know where this music will lead you. I don't know. It may not even be that it's you just putting it out. in a way that is, to become a celebrity or a singer. I don't know. You may just play that for people here to listen because it's soothing or whatever. Or you could just randomly post it on YouTube and then all of a sudden it's like blowing up. I don't know what this path will take you, but it's definitely you being a visionary. Okay? You are being heavily supported, but this is not just with respect to one focus. It's actually touching in many different avenues. It's kind of being dispersed out to help you in many different ways. It's working towards shadow work. It's a feeling of expression. It's no different than if you were to speak your truth. It's also being used in a way, which I don't have the wording for, but like a smudging for the area that you live in, okay? And then it is being brought forth as an avenue, an opportunity for you to make money. Because let's face it, 5 of Pentacles. I'm not saying that you don't make money, but you could probably identify with wanting to make more money, right? I mean, it's very rare in this day and age if there's somebody who doesn't want to make more money. I mean, you must be, a deca millionaire. And even they want to make more money, right? So this goes beyond. This definitely goes beyond. You definitely need to keep at it, but keep at it without, any kind of expectation. Literally have fun. You are being guided to have fun with it. Allow that, with what I said about the resources, allow that to come in effortlessly. But don't have that intention with it. But you could definitely be very surprised at where this takes you with this. Even this is interesting because this is going to be like dual income, or even it's like another thing being put on your plate. I definitely do feel like with this card, you'll probably have to make room for it, but because you already have a lot on your plate, but it's definitely worth it for you to like look at it or look into that. So totally supporting. They're telling me to draw one more card for you from a particular deck here. Hold on. It's this one. For some reason, it's this deck. They want one last card for you from it. Give me more. More about this music that he's creating. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Protection. What did I say? What did I just say about this with the devil? Call back your power and cut the cord. Soul retrieval. Jalen, I can't explain this to you in the most scientific way, but what if I said that this was actually a form of expression that is working in tandem, or, you unbeknownst to you, that is activating you in a way to call back your power, cut cords, and activate your soul, like soul retrieval. Whoa. Okay, see, that's why when they tell me to pull from certain decks, I'm like, aye, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, spirit. Yeah, even this card, interesting. You see how in life you may think something is just so basic, and then when you actually really look into it, it's so much more deeper? This is exactly what's going on. Exactly what's going on with this. Christina, I see you. There's no question though. Can you put it in the chat, hon? Yeah, you didn't expect that. Yeah. It's shocking. You'll think something that you're doing is just like a little fun activity. Come to find out, it's like 12 layers deep. So that is my answer. Enjoy your leftover pizza. What kind is it? Wait, let me psychically predict. I feel like I see pineapple, but I feel like it's also probably pepperoni. But I don't know why I'm seeing pineapple. Hi, Christina. Yeah, I see you. You're next. You're like, I just met somebody new. His initial is D. Is there any potential here for romance? Oh, I knew it. I knew it was pepperoni. I was like, it's pepperoni. But do you like Hawaiian? Is that why I saw the pineapple? Do you like dig Hawaiian? I just met someone new. Why did you step into my life? It's very new. So only this right now. Yeah. Talk to us about this person she just met with the initial D. Is there any potential here romantically? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Definitely synchronistic. Okay, got it. Definitely synchronistic here. Like, did he feel like he dropped out of nowhere into your lap? Like, I don't even think you were seeking him. Is it like that? Because I feel that. Yeah, he kind of shot up out of nowhere. He's been in the process of coming towards you. That's the interesting thing. So Christina, I would advise you to keep a very open mind because these cards are encouraging you too. I would definitely not jump ahead, okay? Because I see here the potential to, I don't know, get into a slump about him, okay? And I do feel like the reasoning for that is that you could mislabel this. You could potentially mislabel this. But he is a passerby. He feels like a passerby, but he's directly coming into your life as a reflection of your spiritual growth. He's just the next step or someone that you need to experience. Hold on. Let me get more on him. He's someone from the past. That's why you feel him. You feel him as different, but you are also sparked by him. He's a past love life connection. But I feel like it feels like passerby, but a very important stranger. A very important stranger. He's here to teach you something, but I feel like with those hands there, it's like the beautifulness of the experience of meeting him, but also not to hold on too tightly to any kind of, I don't know, I'm just seeing so much symbolically with this action of the hands. Not to hold on too tightly, become more detached, but be careful with what you are bringing into this. It needs to be more relaxed. I feel like he's a very important stranger, but once I feel like whatever is needed to be experienced, I feel like he will then move on. He will then move on. I don't know how you feel about that. Give me more. We've got dragging their feet in committal. I don't think he's here to commit. I don't think it's that type of connection. Let's do one more. Be careful what you feed yourself about him, okay? And what I mean by that is I feel like this mouth of lies, I don't think it's him. I don't think he's going to be lying to you. You're welcome, Jalen. I don't think he's going to be lying to you. I just feel like this is more in regards to that labeling. But look at this card. I'm telling you, he's from the past. He is a past life connection. And it's exciting when those come in because you perk up. You're like, oh my goodness, I feel something. And it's exciting. But I just feel like you need to kind of step back because I don't want you missing what he's here to do. Like, what is the purpose of him? But even with that Wheel of Fortune, it's coming back around again. Something's coming back around again. What is coming back around again? Why? I know you asked me that, right? You asked me. Okay, that's good. Okay. Why did he step in? Okay, let's ask that. That's very interesting that you say that and you got the friendship card. But he's important. It's like, I don't want to take away from that, you know? So why did he come in then? What is she supposed to be doing with him? Working on something. He's also here to, I feel like, advance you creatively. Even with that hangman, though, I feel like he's important to your evolution. But he will help you plant a seed. And that's going to be a very prophetic thing I'm going to say to you that you may not understand until, you know, some time goes by. But he's here to plant a seed. It could be in the way of what he says to you. Maybe gets you to think about something a bit differently. But he could also inspire you to do something. Like only after his energy comes into your life, then all of a sudden you start doing something else. Had he had never come in, you may have never thought to go that path or do something along those lines. It's creative. I will tell you it's creative. But this could have something to do very much with his vibration. His vibration. You know, we can be affected by people's frequency, whether that's positive or negative. You know, it's up to you. But yeah, definitely profound. But yeah, romantically, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It feels even to me as the reader energetically a little too light, a little too fluffy. It doesn't have that feeling like when I feel like there's potential, like for something long term. I personally don't even really think that he may view you that way either. That's kind of also something I'm seeing. I don't know that he views you. I think he thinks you're a very, you know, in tune and in-depth, cool person, but I'm not sensing a romantic connection on his end either. So yeah, I'm sorry. Let's just get one last card for you with, you know, the overall energy of this connection or, you know, like what you need to be aware of. If anybody's watching and wants to go next, you would be next. So if you want to get in on this, because I will leave. If there's nobody else, I'll just end up going. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? So she's walking her path. I really do believe on this card. She's walking towards something. I think this has something to do with your direction. Him coming in, strategically, frequency-wise, and you get moved in a different direction. Or you answer the call. What that call is, I don't know. I don't know if it's a call to do something. I don't know if it's a call to go somewhere. It's a call though, okay? He may actually be here to activate you, your DNA, okay? But I can see I can see the energy of being sparked by him. Enjoy it while it lasts, okay? Because I do feel like with that Knight of Pentacles, he will be moving on. He's just a passerby for now. How's everyone doing? You can talk, you know. Doesn't just have to be that it's for paid readings. You're welcome. So I'm going to get going, guys, because nobody else is, you know, booked. I may try to come back on Friday. I'll see. I'll see. In the meantime, though, you take care. I wish you all the best. Just want to make sure, again, nobody's paid. You have a wonderful day. Take care.